Hello students. So in this video we will solve another question on concentration terms, but this question is based on stoichiometry. Okay, concept of stoichiometry as well as molarity concept we will use both. So the question says, how many milliliters of 0.1 molar HCl are required to react completely with 1 gram mixture of Na2CO3 and NaHCO3 containing equimolar amounts of 2? Means the mixture total mass is 1 gram and the mixture is of Na2CO3 and NaHCO3, and equal number of moles of Na2CO3 and NaHCO3 is present in the mixture. The number of moles of this and this is same, as well as molarity of HCl is given, and reaction is happening separately with Na2CO3 HCl and NaHCO3 HCl. So this question will be solved in 3 steps. First step is to calculate the number of moles of the components of the mixture. Number of moles of Na2CO3 and NaHCO3 separate we have to find out. Second step will be to calculate the moles of HCl required to react with them. Moles of HCl required. And third step will be to calculate the volume of 0.1 molar HCl. So let us proceed. We will begin with the first step, to calculate the moles of all the components in the mixture. Step 1, to calculate number of moles of NaHCO3 and Na2CO3 in the mixture. What is the number of moles of NaHCO3 and Na2CO3? We have to calculate separately. So let us find out. Suppose Na2CO3 present in the mixture is x gram. Present in the mixture is equal to x grams. Mass of Na2CO3 present in the mixture is x grams. So NaHCO3 present in the mixture is equal to 1 minus x grams. Okay, obviously total mass of the mixture is 1 gram. If 1 is x, other will be 1 minus x. Okay, now we need the molar mass of Na2CO3 and NaHCO3. Molar mass is nothing but sum of atomic masses, that is molecular mass, that is sum of atomic mass as per the molecular formula. So when we calculate the molecular masses of Na2CO3 and NaHCO3, we will get 106 grams per mole for Na2CO3 and 84 grams per mole for NaHCO3. Simple calculation of molecular masses. Now, after calculating this, we will calculate the moles of Na2CO3 and moles of NaHCO3, because we have both the data, the masses which we have assumed and the molar masses. And you know, number of moles is given mass by molar mass. We know the formula, I am writing it because I am about to use. Number of moles is given mass by molar mass. So same formula we will apply separately for Na2CO3 as well as NaHCO3. For Na2CO3, given mass of Na2CO3 x gram by molar mass of Na2CO3 106 gram. Similarly, number of moles of NaHCO3 is given mass of NaHCO3 1 minus x gram by molar mass of NaHCO3 84 grams per mole. So we will apply this formula separately for Na2CO3 and NaHCO3. And given mass of Na2CO3 will be x gram. Given mass of NaHCO3 will be 1 minus x gram. So we have everything. Given mass as well as molar mass. So we can calculate number of moles of Na2CO3 also and NaHCO3 also. We will do it in the next step. So let us do the next step. Same step we will continue. We will find the number of moles of Na2CO3 and NaHCO3. So number of moles of Na2CO3, that is equal to given mass by molar mass. Numerator will be given mass of Na2CO3. I told given mass of Na2CO3 is the mass we have taken in terms of x. So mass of Na2CO3 we have assumed x grams. So given mass of Na2CO3 is x grams. Molar mass of Na2CO3 we just wrote in the previous discussion, that is 106 grams per mole. Now number of moles of NaHCO3, what we have taken in the beginning, given mass by molar mass I have told, number of moles. So given mass of NaHCO3 is in terms of x 1 minus x grams. Molar mass of NaHCO3 we just saw in the previous discussion, 84 grams per mole. So both of them we have now. The question is saying that it is equimolar. Equimolar means number of moles of Na2CO3 and NaHCO3 is same. So x grams by 106 grams per mole equal to 1 minus x grams by 84 grams per mole. Since they are equimolar, equimolar means same number of moles. The number of moles of Na2CO3 and NaHCO3 will be same. That is the meaning of equimolar. So we equated that. Now when we solve it, we will get, since it is a linear equation in one variable, you will simplify it, and finally we will get x value to be 0.558 grams. 0.558 grams. Complete this, then we will go for calculating moles of Na2CO3 and moles of NaHCO3. Moles of Na2CO3 we got because we have assumed moles of Na2CO3 to be, okay, this is the mass, not the moles. We have to find the moles. Alright, we have to find the moles. Complete this. This is the mass of Na2CO3 x gram. We will find the moles. So in order to find the moles, number of moles of Na2CO3 is given mass x by 106, if you remember, that is 0.558 by 106. number of moles of NaHCO3. X is the mass, not the moles. X we have assumed is the mass of Na2CO3, given mass by molar mass. Similarly, number of moles of NaHCO3 is given mass of NaHCO3, 1 by 1 minus x gram by molar mass 84. We just got these expressions in the previous discussion. Substitute X in the above step, that is 1 minus 0.558 by 84 grams per mole. So by calculation we will get number of moles of Na2CO3 as 0.00526 and moles of NaHCO3, you see it is given equimolar, so moles will be equal. Okay, moles will be coming out to be 0.00526. Okay, you can calculate and you will obtain that only 0.00526, because it is given that they are equimolar. Or after calculation also we will get the same thing. So we got the number of moles of Na2CO3 as well as NaHCO3. Our first step was over now. Now we will go to the second step to calculate the moles of HCl required. Okay. Step 2. Step 2. Step 2 will be to calculate moles of HCl. To calculate moles of HCl required. Here we will use stoichiometry. What stoichiometry? First we will write the reactions. HCl will react separately with Na2CO3 in the mixture. Also it will react separately with NaHCO3. So when it reacts with Na2CO3, you will be getting the following product like this: 2NaCl, H2O plus CO2, and that also you will get NaCl, H2O plus CO2. We must ensure that it is balanced. You can check that the reaction is balanced or not. Here we have to add a 2, then only it will be balanced. Okay. To solve questions on stoichiometry, we must balance the reactions. It is very, very important. So our both reactions are balanced. Now, stoichiometry means, while using stoichiometry, the coefficient we will consider as the moles. HCl coefficient is 2 means number of moles is 2. NaCl coefficient is 2 means number of moles of NaCl is 2. Coefficient 1 means number of moles is 1. So from the first reaction of Na2CO3 with HCl, what we can conclude? 1 mole of Na2CO3 requires 2 moles HCl, because coefficient is 2. Here coefficient is 1. I told coefficient representing moles, number of moles. So I can say 1 mole of Na2CO3 reacting with 2 moles of HCl. So first statement we will write that 1 mole of Na2CO3 requires 2 moles HCl. You can see from this reaction of Na2CO3 with HCl. So if 1 mole requires 2 moles of HCl, then 0.00526 moles 0.00526 moles of Na2CO3. 0.00526 moles means, which we calculated, number of moles of Na2CO3. If 1 mole of Na2CO3 requiring 2 moles HCl, then 0.00526 moles of Na2CO3 will require 2 into 0.00526. 1 mole requires 2 moles HCl. This much moles which we calculated for Na2CO3 will require how many moles HCl? 2 into 0.00526, that is 0.01052 mole. 0.01052 mole HCl. Okay. Now this is from this reaction, because HCl is reacting twice with Na2CO3 also and NaHCO3 also. Both are there in the mixture. So HCl will react separately with Na2CO3 and separately with NaHCO3. So for Na2CO3 separate moles will be required, and for NaHCO3 also separate moles is required, because two separate reactions are there. The coefficients are also different. So this we calculated for the first reaction of Na2CO3 with HCl. Okay, how many moles of HCl required to react with Na2CO3. Now we will calculate how many moles of HCl required for NaHCO3. Complete this, then we will calculate. Now we will calculate for this second reaction. How many moles of HCl required to react with NaHCO3? Okay, now let us see heading is same, step 2 will continue. Here I am writing the reaction. NaHCO3 plus HCl is NaCl H2O plus CO2. It is already balanced. Yes, it is balanced. Now from the reaction, what do we conclude? 1 mole of NaHCO3 requires 1 mole HCl, because the coefficient is same for NaHCO3 and HCl. So 1 mole of NaHCO3 requires 1 mole of HCl to react. So what is the number of moles of NaHCO3 we calculated? Same, 0.00526 mole. For that, how many moles of HCl required? Let us calculate. This is we already calculated in the first step, number of moles of NaHCO3. If 1 mole of NaHCO3 requiring 1 mole of HCl, then 0.00526 moles of NaHCO3 will require same 0.00526 moles HCl. 1:1 ratio is there. So this much moles of HCl. Now the total HCl required, total moles of HCl we have to calculate. Since it is reacting in 2 steps, so we will add the moles we calculated for Na2CO3 as well as NaHCO3. First one was 0.01052 plus 0.00526, and the sum will be 0.01578. 0.01578 moles. So we got the total moles of HCl required. Second step is over. Now we will proceed to the final step to calculate the volume of 0.1 molar HCl. That is what is asked, to calculate volume of 0.1 molar HCl. Okay. Now let's proceed to the final step, that is step 3. Step 3, to calculate volume of 0.1 molar HCl. To calculate volume of 0.1 molar HCl. Now 0.1 molar HCl means what? 0.1 moles of HCl present in 1 liter of HCl solution. Okay. Whenever molarity is given means that many moles of solute present in 1 liter of HCl solution. So 0.1 molar HCl means what? 0.1 moles of HCl present in 1000 milliliter of HCl solution. Okay. So we can write the statement that 0.1 moles of HCl is there okay, 0.1 moles of 0.1 molar HCl. You can write in this way. In 0.1 molar HCl, 0.1 moles of HCl is there. 0.1 moles of 0.1 molar HCl present in 1000 milliliter of HCl solution. That is the meaning of molarity. As many molarity, as many molar, that many moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution. 1 liter means 1000 milliliter. So that's what I have mentioned. 0.1 moles of HCl present in 1000 milliliter of HCl solution. So 1 moles of 0.1 molar HCl is present in 1000 by 0.1 moles HCl solution, milliliter HCl solution. Okay. If 0.1 mole is present in 1000 milliliter, 1 mole will be present in 1000 by 0.1 milliliter. Now, total number of moles of HCl which we calculated, 0.01578 in the step 2 which we calculated. 0.01578 moles of HCl, moles of 0.1 molar HCl, because this many moles present in 0.1 molar HCl will be present in how much? This into 0.1578. 0.1 mole present in 1000 milliliter. 1 mole HCl present in 1000 by 0.1. This much moles of 0.1 molar HCl will be present in 1000 by 0.1 into 0.01578 milliliter. Okay, that will be 157.8 milliliter. So when we calculate, it will be 157.8 milliliter. Okay, so we got the volume 157.8 milliliter. That is the volume, and this is the answer to this question. It is solved in 3 steps. Thank you all.